Alrighty. So we are up to session 67 of Forbidden Lands.
Somehow.
Somehow, I mean 67 is a good stretch for a mostly weekly game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really long for us.
It is. It's probably the longest continuous campaign I've run in like ages.
I like it.
Especially considering how little of the map we've explored so far.
Actually, I think
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
my last Target Eternity campaign ran 50 games bi-weekly. But yeah, so game 67, you guys have successfully made your way to the volcano. Thanks to some clever use of weather magic, Okatai managed to summon a very cool breeze to keep the worst of the heat at bay. You made your way into the volcano, conquered the fireworm that was guarding the hammer, and retrieved the hammer of dragon slaying. Part one of your like 6-part plan.
It's a plan.
It is a plan.
We have games that we have no plans.
That is very true. But yes, you guys have acquired the hammer. It is a big, hefty, two-handed warhammer, emblazoned with dwarven runes that lights up and smoke emanates from the head of the hammer when in the presence of a dragon. So that might be handy.
That'll be very handy. It's nice to have advance warning.
Yep. I mean,
it heats up and smokes.
Yeah, the head of it starts to glow a little bit, kind of like Sting does in the presence of orcs. And smoke and steam start to kind of curl off the head of the hammer when there's a dragon nearby. But when we left off, you guys were still in the volcano. You were debating what to do next. There is a dead fireworm here. I think there was some discussion about seeing if you could peel some parts off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know about food as well, if it's edible.
Not even sure you could cook it.
Anything that can be taken off it and used should be taken off it and used.
I suppose. Okatai, is there anything there that you think is useful? The plates, I suppose, I could use. Teeth.
On the beast.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to take the time, we might be able to get some fancy leather or plating from it. I know I want to stay close to here to try to go fetch some of the bark. So if we're gonna drag it in a room that's a bit less suffocating, maybe we could try to pry some out of it. And
large to drag, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to do it here.
Hey, between me and Okatai, we could probably drag it somewhere a little cooler.
It's worth a shot. It'd be hard pressed to get across the chasm, but
yeah, that might be a problem.
Oh, right, getting back. Oof.
But it's bound to be cooler than it is in here, even if it's not by much. This is worse than any summer day I've ever had.
it's better with the helmet.
Yeah, it is. She'll give him kind of a pointed look.
He'll stare right back, like not understanding.
As long as you give it back to me before we have to fight a dragon, it's fine. You probably need the extra defense more than I do.
We'll
I
see
haven't died
about.
yet.
Well, please don't. I have plans. You dying would be inconvenient.
You think?
Yes.
For him, especially.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, that's the main thing. If it's inconvenient for Trestius, I'll try to stay alive. You've got plans to bring me back, you know it.
Eventually. Okadai, let's see what we can do with this.
Okay. Let's get on.
Harvest time.
Perfect. All right. So somebody can give me a survival roll.
I think that's Okadai, right?
Yep.
I'll give you a +1. I'm actually trained.
Still waiting for Foundry to open.
I'm also trained, but not very well. I got
Me
5
too.
wits though.
I don't.
I'm pretty good at survival.
You guys think that Caldy is an idiot, but he's the smartest one of bunch of. He just doesn't show it often. That's a
Just
player
really good at
problem, not a character problem.
Oh, I know Goldie knows things. The wisdom I'm afraid of.
I play him like he's desperate, right? He's 72. He's lost his fortune. He wants his fortune back, and then he got into this shit. His plan went all stupid. He didn't think that there was going to be a demon to eat his soul, and he'd never get off the island. So he's desperate. He wants his soul safe, and he wants a fortune. He wants to get off the goddamn island.
It's okay, I got a plan.
Is it is the number of success
Is it a good
survival
plan?
roll gonna impact what we're gonna get out of it?
Yes.
So it could be worth pushing. Nope, it was not. Did I have a bonus dice because Trestius was helping me?
Yes.
Just gonna roll a d6 because I forgot about that. I don't know why you rolled 2, but it didn't work anyway.
Okay. All right. So from the dragon, or I guess Drake. Find here. All right. So there are a total of 20 units of meat that can be cooked.
Whew.
Dragon jerky.
Assuming it can be cooked.
And you can choose to harvest either hide, scales, or the teeth.
What's the like with Trestius's crafting? What's the difference?
So the hide can be used to make like leather armor and the like. The scales can be used to make like basically to replace metal in metal armor. The bones can be used to make weapons.
Let's take the hide, Okatai.
We tend to use more heavy armor than light armor. Oh yeah, but we use chainmail. We cannot replace Get on chainmail.
Well, we could use the scales and make Desi a shield,
Yeah.
I like
or
my
we
shield.
could make Desi a better shield, or
A
we could
Dragonier
use
shield.
the hide and make Caldy a better sling.
I didn't know I had a bad sling.
You have a bad sling.
Pretty sure that's an eye patch.
Yeah, it looks at it. Kind of is. How about that?
I
It's
thought
the
it
right
was a sock.
size.
Shield is perhaps preferable.
Could I choose 2 of those because I got 2 success, or?
One of them gives you the meat because that's the easiest to
Okay.
get.
Yeah, fair. Is like, can we take more time to get more roll on taking parts of? Or is that-
Nope, that's it.
Shield.
I think we'd go with the scale for the shield.
Okay. So you can get 5 scales. And
Is that like 5 iron, steel or iron? Or...
Yeah, it basically they can replace iron on a 1-for-1 basis.
Gotcha.
It is difficult to work with because it's dragon scale.
So that's either a lot or a little, depending on what you build.
Yep. And working with it does require a forge.
That's part of our 7-step plan. All right, let's get out of this place.
And in case it matters for encumbrance, the dragon scales, each of the dragon scales counts as a normal item.
Ooh. I could carry 2.
How are your arrow dressers?
Full at the moment.
Because I got 3 bundle of arrow on my horse for just in case it gets problematic. I could have switched the arrow for the scales.
I could take 2 of those bundles.
That's to refill your.
That gives an extra dice or something.
Yeah, every bundle of arrows increases your arrow die by 1.
How much can the horse carry?
My horse right now has 5 bundle of arrows. So if I put the arrows in my quiver, we could probably put the scale on him. I would be at max encumbrance because the arrow takes space even on me, but it could work.
That'll work.
And I can give you arrow when you need them.
Hard to have too many arrows.
Chris, how do I take the Warhammer off me? Do I just delete it from my gear list?
Yep.
Oh. I can carry some stuff too if you need.
Well, For now, I'll put the dragon scale on my horse, but we're gonna try to grab some what's the name? Bark from the tree, so we can try to make demon poison out of it. So that's gonna take some space too.
Did you have any arrow? Are you carrying any arrows?
No, I can't shoot arrows, so I don't bother carrying any. Do you need me to carry your arrows for you?
Okadai has plenty of arrows you could carry. You are very good at carrying.
Yes, I am. But
If
yeah,
I give you,
and that
if you-
way,
if I give you
if
the
I'm
full quiver,
closer,
it's gonna take only one of your encumbrance.
I could take 2 of them if you want. But that way, whichever one of us is closer to Trustius can chuck him some arrows if he happens to run out.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna shuffle some inventory and get the hell out of here, I think.
So that might change once I get my helm back, but at that point, I
How
can
do we cook
trade
meat?
the helm for arrows.
How do we cook meat that was spending time in lava?
That's a really good question.
I'm sure the scales and stuff were probably part of the reason it didn't cook itself.
I propose we cut a couple of flanks. Well, the part that seems nice. We come out of that burning hellhole, and we can try to cook that in any way we can while we look for the trees we need to harvest before we go.
Preferably before your weather changes.
So the big question is, when you guys get back to the lava chasm, where your badly singed rope is no more, how are you guys getting across?
Oh yes.
I mean, I could chuck Culdy.
Or I could pull a rope out of the bag and we don't have to toss anybody.
Or you could pull a rope out of the bag and I can toss you.
And I
And
get tied on
you
the
can...
other end.
Exactly, yeah.
Ah, Jesus. I used to have people for this.
You do have people for this. I'm the people.
I know, but I'd have a person. I said people, not person. I said people. One would be the tossee, one would be the tosser.
Oh, I think we know who the tosser is in this dynamic. Do you want me to... I don't know, does Risen feel like flying today?
No, I was just... When you said tosser, Caldy kind of glances over at Trustius and then just looks back to Jesse and says... And he goes into his bag, he spends a willpower. And he pulls out the best freaking rope you guys ever saw because they ain't playing around.
I
It's
could
costing
throw
me
you.
gold.
If you like.
This rope is costing me gold.
Yeah, if you can get me the rope that I lost, it was like 20 feet of rope. Practical to try to harpoon stuff. Hopefully we can prevent it from burning when we cross this time.
Well, hopefully this is because it's 1 gold piece worth of rope here. So I cashed in a willpower for this.
All right. Sorry. Yes.
I was going to ask you. You completely dropped both my morning stars off my sheet. So did I have to just basically abandon them?
They need to go someplace if you want to bring them. They're both normal weapons.
Oh, it's a weight problem.
Yeah, you guys are like... Yeah, you guys are like super encumbered.
I can delete like a bunch of stuff. I can make room for 2 more things. Light is 0.5, right?
Yep.
I will not have any. I will not have any rocks if I do this, but I'm carrying 2 units, 4 rocks that are light. So
I'm pretty sure you can find more rocks.
Well, my morning stars are normal, so.
so I can take one of them.
I could carry the morning stars. It's fine.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
cool.
I know they mean a lot to you.
I mean, they're good weapons.
Yeah, barely got them broken in so far. Yep.
All right. So Culdy reaches into his pack, does some shuffling around, pulls out a length of rope. I assume you guys are going to do the same thing, or is Trustius going to jump across again?
Trustius has a bum ankle. I mean, I can. I'm. What's my dice? I'm 5 dice on agility. On move.
I assume that causing a landslide to try to block the lava would be dangerous inside a grotto, eh?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Anyone better than 5?
For which?
What?
Move.
For jumping?
Yeah.
Nope, not me.
I'm 4.
With my
7.
lost agility, I'm 4. I would be 6 if I was not hurt.
Oh, I'd be 7 if I wasn't hurt.
Sorry, mine's 6.
Well, Desi's up.
Yep. Am I jumping across?
Do you want me to throw the harpoon on the other side to fix the cord first? We have
I mean, it couldn't hurt. That way I'm not carrying it in case I fall.
we have a spare spear that Risen took from the lizard man in case it just fall into the lava.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to throw the I'm gonna tie the rope to the lizard man spear and throw it, chuck it around. See if I can get it fixed on the other side.
All right. Give me a marksmanship roll.
Throwing arm, which should apply.
Yep.
Just no dragon slayer.
Okay. You throw it. It sticks in. You don't know how secure it is, but it is stuck into something.
Well, if somebody's gonna jump, I'd rather they have it than not, even if it's not perfect.
Oh, Forbidden Lands when jumping a chasm is a thing.
I did almost step into that lava last time.
Oh no, you're doing great. Everything in Forbidden Lands is terrible.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually.
Then why is it my favorite game?
I know, right?
That's why.
All right, Desi.
Okay. Claps her hands together, rubs her hands. All right, gonna do this.
All right, I will try to be light.
Am I chucking you, or am I jumping across?
Whichever.
I'd
I would
rather
prefer
not
you
have
jump.
to jump this twice.
Oh wait, Okatai just threw a harpoon with the rope attached on the other side?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how solidly it's attached over there, which
Yeah,
is
it's better if somebody goes over and make sure it's affixed correctly, but at least they'll have the rope just in case. And I can try to pull them out from the other way, if ever.
Right.
Yep.
So this is gonna jump across, or are you gonna like use the rope?
My plan plan is to coil enough rope kind of on this side that I can make it to the other side still holding onto the rope. Because like we've got two sort of fixed points. So I'll just make sure that there's enough on our side currently that I can grab it, jump across, still have the hold of the rope. And that way, if I happen to fall, I've got at least a rope in my hands, and Okatai can hopefully pull me back up before I crisp.
Alrighty.
Since
Rope is safety.
Culdy doesn't look like he's wearing his wings, and he doesn't seem keen on pulling them out.
Yeah. Let's save them till after we kill the demon.
Alright. In that case,
We've all seen what happens when Trestius tries to fly, so don't really want to relive that.
I could try to fly, but I don't know what kind of animal would fly functionally here.
Yeah, okay. Worms seem to do fairly well.
I could try to turn into a fire beetle and swim across.
Or not.
Or I could not, because it's casting a spell, and if I can avoid casting a spell, I'd rather avoid it.
Yeah. So is there a plus or anything for that, Chris, for having the rope?
no.
Damn. Okay.
So it is a move roll to jump across.
Yeah.
Technically, the rope I can give a +1 on move check. I don't know which move check, though.
That's if you're basically kind of like commando crawling across the rope.
Okay. Makes sense.
Is she doing this holding Culdy or Culdy clinging tightly for his life?
No, I'm leaving Culdy over here. I am going to spend a willpower so that I can use my might instead. I'm strong enough.
All right.
My legs are strong. I can propel myself over there.
And gosh darn it, people like it.
Sure.
Good old adaptable humans.
That last bit was a bit of a stretch, but
gives me one extra die, and I will take that one extra die.
Willpower for a die. Sounds good.
All right. Wait, does that let me use?
She's so scared of her dice.
You've seen my dice rolls. Wouldn't you be scared of my dice? Fuck.
Hell no, I have Firewalker up.
Asshole.
I have that too.
Assholes. Both of you.
I thought that was clear already.
I mean, yeah, kinda.
The real question is, does Culdy bother to cast it?
Wow, yeah. How about I use my endurance instead?
Sure.
Okay. That gives me 8 dice instead of 6. Okay. Desi looks really unsure, but willing to... She has faced orc captains with more courage than she's showing right now, but she makes a run for it and jumps.
I mean, if there are two things that I don't
hell.
Oh my
lava,
god.
Oh,
How
God, no!
did you do that?
Can I push?
You absolutely can. You're going to take 4 points of damage to your strength.
Oh shit! What the fuck? See, this is why I'm afraid of my dice. And this is
You
why I was
willed
holding
that.
on to
You
the rope.
willed that into existence.
I did not intend to.
You might have.
Shit!
Oh.
Yeah, so, last second, foot slips on some rock. And,
Yeah. All right. Because you did specify that you were securing a rope, I will let Okatai make a might roll.
I'm gonna grab for the rope too.
please?
you didn't even start to jump, you just slipped.
Yeah.
I'm at full strength. I could make a might roll.
There's a very undignified yelp as she feels her foot go out from under her.
Right.
I'm afraid to look at
Please
them.
don't.
All right. So Desi, so you get ready. You go to make your jump. Your foot
Yeah.
slips at the last minute, and you plummet. The rope like pulls taut, and you're like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible away from the lava.
That's a distance. That's a measure of distance. And Tom Cruise away.
It's not
It's a very
nearly
small
far
measure.
enough. It's much smaller than I would like.
That was a
I mean, it's better than being a Caldy away,
that's
Don't
a
get me
hell of an
wrong.
adjective.
but
Is it?
anything Patrick.
Desi,
Yeah.
you take a point of damage from the heat.
To which attribute?
Strength.
Oh no.
Oh no. Shit. Let me bring up Berserker.
Sorry, I stepped away for a sec. What happened?
Desi.
Oh, now-
Desi slipped and fell.
We're rage climbing now.
If I use Berserker, I must immediately attack the nearest opponent in close combat. There
I'm
are
going to
no
call you up and
opponents
wake you up
in-
when we get you here.
She's gonna punch the lava. Let's not.
There are no opponents near me. What
I
am I
am
able
not.
to use Berserker in this situation?
No, you can't because
'Cause-
there are no enemies.
Yeah, and taking a point of strength is my only strength, and Desi passes out.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll haul up your unconscious body, and I am not letting you throw me.
She's not tied to it though.
That's right. She wrapped it around herself.
Sorry, she tied herself?
Oh fuck!
No, her plan was to be able to hold on to the rope so that she could be pulled up if she fell.
I wasn't expecting to take 4 points of damage.
Uh,
So yeah, Trustius, you might be right. This might be a big night for Desi.
so yeah, so the rope goes tight. And Desi kind of stops from where the rope was like tied around her, and then she kind of like unfurls like the string on a yo-yo, and there is a splash.
No!
What did you drop?
She dropped her. Oh, is she tied to the rope or?
No, she's not tied to the rope.
Fuck. Okay. Justice is
Gonna grab her
diving
and pull her out.
All right, sorry. Who's doing what?
I have Firewalker up, so I'm jumping down to get her.
Give me a move roll.
Ooh, Desi. Fuck you and your dice.
Can I cast Firewalker as well, and I'll do the same?
Yes, you can cast Firewalker.
Can I cast on Desi?
Nope, self only. Right. So Trustees, you jump down, you manage to not take any damage, because although it looks like, I mean, it's important to remember that lava is still rock.
Mhm.
Oh, Caldy.
What are you?
Please have it hit Desi.
What did you cast?
Firewalker, I was going to go help pull you out.
You only need power level 1 on that.
I don't know how to use magic. You know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hate this blood magic shit. It's the rune magic you got to use.
So there's a tremendous magical backlash. Caldy, you take a point of damage to your strength. Trustius, you managed to make it down without taking any damage. Desi, she's not hard to find. Like I said, like lava is still rock, so she's kind of like mostly on the surface of it.
This has gone so.
But she is sizzling.
Yeah, you pull her out.
When you do, there's like a kind of like a sickening sound, kind of like when your grilled cheese gets stuck to your pan.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
The good news is though, fire damage is a non-typical critical, so she will die soon, but not immediately.
So that backlash, does that mean my spell didn't work?
No, it worked, but you take a point of damage to your strength.
All right, I'll go down and because I have healing, so I'll go down as well.
Okay. Give me a move roll.
Fast work doesn't count here, right?
Nope.
Here we go.
It ain't going to be a good day.
Okay. You don't take any damage. You do kind of like land kind of prone, but you're immune to the heat, so you don't have to worry too much about it.
Okay. All right, so I'll get up and help pull Desi out and give her a heal roll. I mean, if the healing one works and the other two didn't, that's a win by me.
All right. Desi, give me an endurance roll.
I can't. I have no strength. I've got 3 endurance, but no strength to go with it.
Just roll 3d6.
If I can help at all with getting her back up, I will.
Okay. You do not take a point of damage, and you are still alive.
Yeah, that's the place we're at, just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
And yes, Ryzen, please sing. Sing your heart out.
Get her back to me, please.
Okay, I will help get her up from top side if I can, since I do have the high ground. And I will sing the song to at least get one of her attributes back.
Okay, perfect. So for every willpower you spend, they recover 1 point of the attribute of your choice that has been reduced to 0. So strength, obviously, but
Yeah, I'll give her 2 for now.
Okay, perfect.
I will sing the song of Darth Desi, the Not So Wise. Over Desi, I have the high ground.
So Desi, you are sore. Your parts of your flesh feel like they're stuck to the inside of your armor. But your eyes flutter open. And
Am I back up on solid ground yet?
no. Well, you're on solid. You're on solid ground in so much as lava is semi-solid.
You need to climb, Dizzy.
Okay.
So that'll be a move roll.
So I have
Put her in the right direction so she's climbing the right way.
So I'm climbing up. Agility is fine.
Well,
Yeah,
spend a
let's
willpower if you got it.
For what?
Human thing?
She's actually better off relying on her agility.
Yeah. You asked for a move roll, which is agility based.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
So I've still got 6 dice in that. Not that it's helping me. Christ almighty. This is payback for my dice being so good 2 weeks ago.
Do you want to push it?
I pretty much have to, don't I?
Can I help her try to pull her up? Pull her up?
Not currently.
Okay.
All right. So you can push it.
Yeah, I guess I can. Come on, dice, don't do this.
Oh, my
Christ
God.
almighty. Heat is apparently not my thing at all. Yeah, Desi can barely manage to stand, let alone...
And you do take another point of damage to your strength from the heat.
Oh, Christ.
So I can't
I
do a
know.
healing or anything on her?
One agility.
Nope.
Strength.
If you're not broken, the only thing that helps is magical healing.
I don't think I have any of that.
But at this point, basically, you can't try to climb again. You're just incapable of doing it, but people can try to pull you up.
Here's
All right,
hoping
let's
someone
haul her
can
up.
Do that.
Do you want to haul her up on the other sside?
As well. I'll try to scramble up and you tie her off.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. So there's a move roll to climb up.
Me? No, him.
Come
Oh, this is his
on.
comedy.
This is not comedy. This is
If this happens in
fucking hell.
all right, I'll hand you my end of the rope after I've tied her up, and I'm going to try the climb.
Okay. And Okata, you can try to pull her up now. So it's a move roll from Kaldi to climb up, and a might roll from Okatai.
There we go.
Oh, Kaldi found
See,
the
I was
path.
saving that for your healing.
Yeah.
Man, if this is how Desi dies, that would just be like, ugh.
Oh, that would suck so fucking much.
If we saw this scene on Critical Role cartoon, we would have been laughing our asses off.
I mean, you would, right? Like, you'd just be like, oh, watch this.
Maybe there's a door in the lava. You don't know.
Buckle up, boys.
Of course, we would be confident that nobody would die in Critical Role this way, but
Right. So yeah, Okatai, you managed to pull her up. So Desi, you're no longer in contact with the lava, so you're not taking ongoing lava damage. Kaldi scrambles up. Now it's just Trustius down there, who is immune to the heat, so he doesn't have to worry about it. But you don't see a path up.
I mean, he could just try to climb up again, right?
You could try to climb up over where Kaldi did.
I mean, he's got
Caldy's
some
smaller,
time.
lighter.
He's not in a hurry. Oh my lord!
You don't have a spell for this?
Yeah, apparently the fact that Kaldi is smaller and lighter means like you try to follow the same path he did, but you know the rocks that the handholds that he used aren't capable of sustaining your weight.
It's easy to bench press your body weight when you're 45 pounds.
I'm gonna need a rope.
The rope died through all this.
No, the rope is fine.
Nice. I'll tie it up and drop some for Trestus.
Right, perfect. So that'll be either a might roll from Okatai if you're pulling him up, or a move roll from Trustius. If you make the move roll, you do get +1 from the rope and +1 from Okatai helping.
Might as well do the move, right?
So 1 gear die and 1 assist die. Oh, you make it up.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I was joking, like, oh, we have to cross the chasm. I didn't think it was going to turn into this.
Christus.
Could you imagine if this is the hardest part and fighting the dragon's actually easier?
So far, you guys have had a harder time with this chasm than you did with the fire drake.
Yeah, that's we've had a harder time with this chasm than we did with those fucking bandits.
I should have had like beer bandits in here.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, beer bandits hiding in the chasm.
No, those are magma bandit.
And
They're
they
the
each
same
got
thing,
squirrels,
but they're red
too.
colored.
And they
No, a
just,
lot of-
and they each have squirrels.
A lot of people don't like beer served warm.
Yeah.
All right.
Because beer is disgusting.
So you've pulled Desi back up. You've pulled Trussius up. And just as you guys are like, okay, you see,
Still on the wrong side.
you're still on the wrong side, and the spear that Okatai had thrown basically falls free from its perch.
Just like falling on the side, boring. Boop.
Yep,
Yep.
What's it take to make a run and jump for this? A move roll?
it is a move roll to jump across.
Just straight up move roll?
Straight up move roll.
No negatives if I grab a piece of the rope and do it with me?
Nope.
All right, I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to do it.
Okay.
If I land on... I'm immune to heat, right? So...
Yep.
I'm not immune to falling.
You're not immune to drowning.
So yeah, as
Little asshole.
so as Trussius and Desi are both kind of sitting there, kind of like panting, you just hear like Caldy like YOLO.
And I'm serious about that, Trustius. YOLO.
You just yelled YOLO?
And jumped the chasm with the rope. I'll look for a place to tie it up that's secure enough to carry these idiots.
Okay. Yeah, you can find a place to secure it easily enough.
Desi is scrambling to try to get the metal off of her skin.
Yeah, it feels sticky.
I mean, as much as she can scramble with one agility and one strength. So not much. More like weakly and ineffectively pawing at it, trying to get it off her.
Wait for Okatai. He'll solve the problem. This helmet would help.
I'll deal with it.
He'll take off the helmet and give it to Desi.
That's what it took to get my fucking helmet back.
It
Desi
won't
does
work till
not say that.
tomorrow, but
She doesn't have the strength to say that. She's just kind of whimpering and trying to get the metal off her skin. As opposed to getting her skin off the metal, which will have to be done later.
ugh.
I'm gonna try to just take the metal away from Desi's skin and relax this to heal her, and make sure she just doesn't burn again from the contact with the metal.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you wait a
I'm
couple
gonna cast
minutes.
healing twice.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Thanks to Ryzen's magical song, she's not as bad off as she was. So
Only
Gonna
because
try
she's
to
conscious
either-
now.
Like, Okadai's gonna chant a bit longer than usual because I'm gonna try to heal your strength and your agility. I'm gonna save cast. So that's for strength. And that's for agility.
so 3 points of each back.
Oh, that's
Wow.
nice. Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like magical aloe vera.
Desi just lays there, kind of panting, staring at the ceiling.
There's two things I'm not comfortable with. Lava and hippopotamus again.
Ouch.
Yeah. You're right.
No. No, I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure something is cooked.
Yeah. Give me the back.
Would you like me to find you a new buddy?
Because we
No,
I think a cold bat is easier to
kind of
push through.
attached to this one. Unfortunately.
Wait, blood magic can do that?
Oh, fuck, that hurt.
Oh no, that's different magic, but I could show you.
Oh.
Man, that would have been cruel to have that. It'd been cool to have that Minotaur body.
I mean,
We need to
still
get you out
could.
of here.
It is stuffed in the inn.
Talking about the friendly Minotaur, not that one.
Colby, can you tie the rope safely somewhere over there?
Yeah, it's all tied up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's secured.
Jessie will lift her head and look over.
I will stake my reputation as a Minotaur on it.
Is the little fucker on the other side?
Yeah, turns out Tricius teach them how to be immune to fire, so just jump.
Asshole.
And I wave.
Fucking little asshole.
Yeah, that could have been mentioned a bit before.
She'll give him the finger back. And then just flop back down onto the ground again.
I assume you're upset with Calding.
I'm upset with a
I
lot of
took a
things
point
right
of
now.
strength damage
Don't
helping you
screw me.
back up. I just want you to know.
Oh, well, such a great sacrifice.
That's half my strength.
Fuck.
Ooh, are we all on the same side now, or?
Except
Yeah.
Caldy.
No, Caldy's across. The rest of you are like, huh.
Oh, we're still here. Oh my god.
Well, on the wrong side.
Anybody who wants to cross with the rope, it's a move roll with 2 gear dice from the rope.
All right, I'll go.
Okay, perfect. Trestius makes it across.
Elven fashion
that-
walks across.
Asshole.
Verizon makes it across.
Desi?
Mm,
Yeah. I know.
I don't wanna.
I know.
You
But I'm
got
not
this.
leaving you on this side alone.
I'll just live the rest of my life over here.
I
I'm
don't
sure I'll
think
get
you
used
will
to
before
eat.
this place gonna cook you.
You're gonna run out of food.
Fine.
I mean, there's 2/3 of the giant worm thing that we left behind because we couldn't carry it. But
I think I'm stuck to my armor.
I tried to peel it away. It's gonna be fine. It's cool enough. But you'll need it back.
Shit. She looks across the chasm with far more resignation than she's ever looked at anything probably in her life. Fuck.
Quite.
Okay. And it was a what move roll, Chris?
It's a move roll with 2 gear dice from the rope.
Okay.
You only die once.
Uh-huh. Did I do that already?
I don't believe so.
There's like a gap.
And if you die, I'll give you another option.
Oh, gee, thanks. Okay. Let's try this again. Fuck.
Don't worry. I'll get to you first.
Appreciate it. And she'll try this again.
Okay.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Christ almighty!
In the name of the fucking goddess.
God sable.
Okay, I'll push it. This is what happens when you're uncertain.
Your Cthulhu character must do great. Roll so low.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
my god.
All right, so Desi finally makes it across.
Sorry, which attribute did I repair? Was it agility or strength?
Strength. So now it's just Okatai. The gear die from the rope is down to 1 because it frayed a little under the combined weight of Desi and her gear.
Yeah. At least everyone's on the other side. It's a move roll.
Move roll with 1 gear die. All right. So after much trial and tribulation, you guys have finally made it across.
If we don't get our XP for fighting a monster today,
I don't know. This magma lava thing is pretty monstrous.
It is, yeah.
let's get us all out of this place.
Desi's walking very stiffly, trying not to let her skin touch anything. It's just not working.
Just beware of the bugs. We probably need to scare them off again when we go across them.
Ow, ow, ow.
Try to make our way out and try to avoid the confrontation with the bugs.
So yeah, you guys continue to follow the pathway out. You can tell like the breeze at Okatai Summit, it is starting to wane a little bit. You've still got a couple of hours left on it, but it is starting to noticeably die down, and the heat is starting to get a little bit more intense. And you do get to the room where the beetles are basically just having a grand old field day in the lava.
Spotty at the mountain.
Yeah. So yeah, you're pretty much at the exit at this point. It's just a matter of getting past the beetles.
Last time Risen Grand Hole demonstration got us through. So we might want to try it again.
Yeah, I'm forgetting what I did.
You made great shooshing sound and make yourself bigger so they didn't feel like attacking, something like that. If I remember well. That was the performance check.
Basically, just kind of driving them off with loud noise and stuff.
Yeah, that works.
All right. So your choice of either animal handling or performance.
Oh, definitely perform.
So it seems like perhaps the beetles are already a little bit wary. Like they've just recently kind of come back to this area after the big monster that scared them away left. So they're very, very kind of skittery, and it doesn't take any trouble at all really for Ryzen to basically start using that kind of booming voice that he uses on occasion to kind of drive them out of your way. And before long, you guys are out in the bright sun. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust, going from like the kind of like the lava light to actual sunlight. But you guys made it out intact.
Ish.
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 I'll hold my shield up over my head to try to shield me from the sunlight a bit. It feels like my eyes are cooked.
We'll fix you in a moment, but first we need the bark from the tree.
Yeah.
The camp is over there, over here. We could take some time to harvest the bark here and then get to the camp here.
Mm-hmm.
Time of day
We
is it,
might
Chris?
wanna-
Is it noon?
Judging from the sun, it looks like it's about noon.
So harvest, get back to camp. The camp?
Yep.
Mm.
Can try to get as much bark as we can, and if we can get some of the wood, see if it has an effect.
You get the bark, I'll get the wood.
Okay.
So it will be a survival roll from each, and if either of you get any help, you get a bonus die from that.
One of the rest of the party could stand guard, and if the other want to help, it could be nice.
I'll stand guard.
I can try to help.
Alright, so Desi can help me, gives me a +1.
Caldy can give me a hand.
Sure.
Perfect. And I'll get a scouting roll from Ryzen.
Oh,
Just is.
Sorry, are we setting up camp?
No, just keeping a watch while everybody gathers some of the bark and some of the wood from here.
The bark that you boil down to make the quote unquote tea that fixes
Yeah.
the demon taint, and
Yep,
that can
yep,
also be used as poison.
So you guys kind of go about. Trustees, you don't have any luck finding any suitable pieces of wood. Everything is just kind of like bent and gnarly and not nothing suitable for use in any sort of weapon crafting or anything. Okatai, you do find basically 2 doses of the bark. And during that time, mercifully, nothing comes to eat you.
that's a win.
But-
Because we're beat up.
And by the time you guys are kind of finished, like gathering what you can, the wind from Okatai's spell has completely died down.
Let's get the fuck out.
Time to go.
Camp is still made here. So let's try to make it there.
And I'll get somebody. You don't need a lead the way roll because you've already been through here, but somebody does need to give me a scouting roll.
I could do that.
So as you start to make your way, Caldy, your ears pick up what sounds like the sound of metal clanging against metal, and indistinct voices kind of shouting.
All right, that's kind of interesting. I kind of wave to the guys and put my finger up to my lips and try to give a better listen, see if I make any of it out. Does it sound like a forge? Does it sound like people in armor shuffling around? What does it sound like?
It sounds like you're probably fairly familiar with the sound. It sounds like the sound of like sword hitting shield. And again, like indistinct voices kind of yelling back and forth. It sounds like two voices.
Combat, guys. Do you hear that? It's combat. It's like a duel.
You might want to check it. Make
Yeah,
sure
I'm
it
gonna go
doesn't come
check it
to
out.
bite us in the ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out.
No, Katai, go with Golding. I'll
Yeah.
stay with Dizzy.
I'll watch Colby 6.
Are you guys making your way stealthily or not?
I think I'll try stealth.
Yep.
Okay, so whichever
I
one
was
of
thinking
you,
about stealth.
whichever one of you is worse at stealth can make the roll.
I got a 3 total.
I think it's gonna be you. I think I have a 4.
We're not at our camp yet, are we?
No, that's
Not
on the way
yet.
there.
I'm gonna push that. I need to get some willpower back.
Alright.
Oh, that didn't happen.
So the two of you kind of make your way, kind of like quietly through the woods, branching off from the rest of the party. And you can see, like, not terribly far from your camp, maybe like a kilometer or two away from your camp. You see like a small clearing in the woods, and what looks like a heavily tattooed female elf, who seems to be in the middle of some sort of fight with a very kind of muscular orc. She is parrying his blows almost effortlessly. He's parrying hers just as effortlessly.
Are they practicing? Can I hear what they're saying?
Now that you're closer, they do seem to be orchestrating it. They do seem to be kind of calling out, I'm going to come in like high with an overhead swipe, so make sure that you get your shield up. They definitely seem to be practicing it.
Okay. I will say out loud, Okatai. I got 10 silver on the elf.
You sure?
When they hear you, they kind of stop, and they stop kind of mid swing, and they both kind of turn,
And I'll wave.
and they both give a very deep bow.
I'll nod then.
Derek says, Heldman, we have an audience. 10 silver, I heard.
And silver.
Colby is a betting man.
He is a betting man. Let's make sure I get 10 silver on me. Is it a contest or a performance?
Oh, we're merely practicing our latest dramatic performance.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought it was I thought you were training a duel.
Oh, well then, apparently our performance is of a most excellent caliber.
It is spectacular. I'm quite impressed. This is a strange place to do it, though. What brings you here?
Oh, well, we're in between, as it were, traveling, hoping to find a a village that might have a tavern or a stage.
Well, Okatai, what do you think of that?
Where did you last perform?
Oh, there were some dispossessed dwarves that looked like they could use some cheering up to the north. Other than that, pickings unfortunately have been slim. We have heard tales of a village somewhere around here, but so far not found hide nor hair of it.
We know about a village around here, don't we?
Yeah, you guys know of Hythe, where they kill sorcerers on sight, and where there's a necromancer hell bent on razing the town to the ground.
Yeah. I'll kind of. Hythe is You guys aren't magic, are you?
Oh heavens no!
Okay. Well, Hythe is. They kind of. What's the? You've never been to Hythe, right?
No.
No, it's not a very hospitable place. In fact, you'll see bodies lining the streets. I wouldn't go there.
Well, that is unpleasant.
Yeah, we didn't stay long. We left quickly.
Not the greatest scene, let's say.
Still, if there's a tavern and a stage,
Yeah, I guess it would have that. Are any of you musicians?
we are dramatic performers.
I see. I'm trying to figure out how I can help them.
I'm gonna say to Colby, like, lower. We do have a stage.
We do, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, Caldy's not the mayor, so he will back up and let you present that.
I mean, question is, do we want to send them to the village? We might want to talk with them a bit more before we endeavor them, so we know what they're about.
A village, you say? I'm sorry, couldn't help it over here.
Yeah.
A bit out of
Would
the
you
way.
would you care to share dinner with us?
Well, we'd hate to impose. And as she says that, the orc kind of like elbows her, like fairly forcefully. It's like, a meal would be lovely.
The last one is a bit far.
And I can't help but remember someone saying something about 10 silver pieces to the winner. And since we haven't scripted the winner yet, who would you like to win?
I'll toss 5, saying this is for what you've done so far.
Thank you. Patron of the arts.
Oh yes, arts are very important when you're in business. And I knocked 5 silver off my sheet.
Well, do you have a camp nearby?
Colby.
Take it, Okatai.
I'll guide them to the camp. Go join the other to warn them.
Sure.
Let me guide you. He had a rough time around the mountains in the volcano. My friends are a bit wary. I'd rather them be warned that we'll have guests tonight.
Yeah,
Of
so I'll go
course.
warn the rest of the crew that a couple of thespians will be joining us.
There's a what?
Actors.
Why?
Okatai found them.
Oh,
What type of actors?
Elf, orc, kind of play sword fighting when I found them. When we saw them.
This is good. We could use an elf.
What?
To kill a god.
Oh, sure.
I'll guide them toward the camp so we can join with the others when we both get there.
All right. Yes. So by the time you guys arrive at the camp, it is getting on to dark. But yes, there's an elf and an orc who seem to be practicing their martial skills. To Desi, who's an actual warrior, and to Ryzen, who's a warrior of some note, it's very weird that they kind of stop and compare notes. And they're like, what if I were to do this? Do you think I'd be able to sell a lunge at this point? It's very weird.
The fuck are you doing?
We're finishing the script for our latest dramatic performance.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, my name is Heldman. This is Alacron. We are traveling performers.
Which is which?
The elf is the one who's speaking. So the elf is Heldman and the orc is Alacran.
I thought that maybe we could point them to our stage.
Yeah, I imagine Trustius is doing the hood up. Like, please don't recognize me. Please don't recognize me thing.
I mean, the other actor we did have on the stage that did our story, where that Risen trained, they were good, but a bit how do you say that politely? Overacting?
When was this?
It was some time ago. I'm busy. It's let's get you out of this armor.
Please. It's not warm anymore, but it feels bad.
You're gonna have some scarring, I think.
Great. Just what I wanted.
We got some dragon meat to cook before it spoils.
Mm-hmm.
So are you native of this island, or were you
yeah.
sent here?
Oh no. Been here as long as I can remember. And Alo kind of speaks up. It's like, oh, I was born here.
Maybe you could. We were trying to map it a bit, map the surrounding. Maybe we could exchange notes. Colby's up for it.
Oh, we don't really keep notes. We just kind of wander where the heart takes us, you know.
That works too.
It's unlikely that the elf was born here.
No, I've been here for as long as I can remember.
There are
Weird.
an elven village to the northeast, I think.
Oh, quite a ways to the north. It's been quite some time since I've been there.
Is it next to the ocean?
It is on the ocean.
On the ocean?
On the coast.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we've been wandering for some time. We did find some lovely dwarves that we spent some time with. not too, well, maybe the better part of 2 weeks north of here. Oh, and then there was that relatively unpleasant settlement about a week's north. And then, well, you've told us that this Hythe place is perhaps one that we best avoid.
They do not like elves.
Well, I am a master of disguise. Mistress of disguise, I guess.
Is the unpleasant place between here and the Dwarven refugees?
Yes. So
Okay.
don't get me wrong. Lovely people, excellent tavern, tipped very well. Slight problem with the undead when the sun goes down.
Okay.
Slight problem.
Well, you know how the undead are. It's kind of roaming about, occasionally harassing people, just going about their business. So, if you stop by there, it's an excellent place to visit. I would not want to live there.
So that's a town between us and the dwarf refugees?
Yeah, we're probably about a week since we left there, and she'll look over. She'll look over at Alocran. He's like, yeah, about a week. But we wander, so it could be right over that hill.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing out here? I mean, I assume you're not from the Hythe place,
No.
but you did
We were
mention
in
you did mention a stage.
we were in the Ashland to kill a fireworm. Got some meat back from the fireworm and some scales.
Oh.
Desi's very gingerly taking her armor off.
Yeah, I imagine Trustius is helping, right? Like he's
Slowly and carefully. Yeah, because there are times when it's like, no, you just need to lift that piece. and hold
high
it
in
there.
crafting, low in
Don't
empathy,
ever-
but doing
Don't
like
ever
doing
let it
his
touch
best.
me again.
Yeah,
You
it's
do
on that
have a
roll.
stage.
Oh, perhaps we can
Sorry,
make our way
Tristan.
there.
Are we telling him where we're from? They seem fine. Do you, ow. No, don't let that touch again.
It's fine. Stop
Do
whining.
you two, shut up. Do you two actually know how to use those, or do you just play fight?
Oh, heavens no.
I don't know which question you were answering. Heavens no, you don't know how to use them, or heavens no, you're not just play fights.
Well, one picks up a few things here and there. Certainly no warrior. But we can put on a tremendous show that has driven more than its fair share of bandits away from us, which is the important thing.
Eh,
It would be better.
Yeah,
I
that
guess it
works.
would be better if they stayed around and watched the performance and paid us.
or dropped their shit before they ran away.
Oh, why would I want their shit? No.
No,
Because
drop.
that's where they put their money.
I suppose, though, if they're not going to watch and pay us, I would rather them run away than become violent.
Eh,
You do love your heart.
It has served us well.
So through this conversation, Trustius is like helping Desi out of the armor and dealing with wounds and being not very empathetic, as he's not. but he is looking increasingly sad as all these conversations are happening. Like Desi can watch him going, "Oh, something bad's gonna happen," and he can't hide it. He's got no charisma, right? So
Yes, we know.
he's just like, "Oh shit, today's the day."
So forgive me
If
for
we send,
circling back around to this again, but a stage, you said?
A tiny one.
if we send them home, they're not going to be able to be useful.
A tiny one is still a stage, and it's not the size of the stage, it's the quality of the audience and their coin.
You should stay for the night, at least.
Oh, thank you, because I was going to ask. We didn't want to impose, but it's dark and there's creatures out there.
You can perhaps cook the drake. You know how to cook.
The orc will speak up. Yeah, I can manage. Drake, eh?
Sorry, what were your names again?
Oh, I'm Alacron, and this is Heldman. So the orc is Alacron, the elf is Heldman.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ryzen.
It's a pleasure. We appreciate the hospitality. It's been, well, we've been on the road now for about a week, and we've been together long enough that we know each other's jokes and everything. So new people is kind of cool.
Well, give us a hand around the camp past night, and tomorrow I can see about pointing you toward the stage.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna hit them with a couple of jokes. Hopefully, they're new ones to them. That's performance, right?
Yes.
I'm pushing just because I'm trying to get willpower back.
Oh, there you go.
Damn!
I am not
Good
quitting my
job.
day job.
This was terrible. Holy.
It's been a shitty day.
Keldy tells jokes the same way that Moot Point tells stories.
Yeah, I was going to say
God.
the Moot Point cameo.
I've heard stories about Moot Point stories. They're not.
I think
It's so bad.
it's great. I love it, and I think Moot Point's one of the best names I've ever come up with.
I've heard stories from two different people about Moot Pint's stories,
That's awesome.
and they both agree that his stories are terrible.
We camp and Trevor gives us a debuff.
It's like he tells horror stories before you all go to sleep around a campfire.
But the narrative's really
Not
good.
late,
So
not- No, I actually I changed. I got myself a bonus now. So the last time I got a +8 to my roll now. So the last time we broke even.
Did
the
they-
last time he rolled, he got no successes, and we were like, "Oh my god, this is great." That's how bad his stories are.
That's because before he picked up the training and performance, he had a +0 on a DC 19, so he critically fails on a 9 or less.
As he does.
As I do.
Critical failure 45% of the time.
Sorry, what was that?
We were straight up like, "Oh, that's a shitty story. That's great.
In our
Please tell more shitty stories."
our Pathfinder game, Trevor's character told like the worst campfire stories.
It was good. It was great.
It entertained me.
But yes, they will. They will definitely. They'll help around the camp. They Alakran is actually he's not a skilled chef like Ryzen is, but he knows his way around preparing meat. He's a little bit flummoxed by the fact that conventional cooking methods don't seem to work with this until he finally decides that perhaps just steaming it will probably work.
You can probably salt and dry it.
Citrus juice to something like that.
Any chance they can get some water? Cold water?
Of course.
I have a lot of
Actually.
very blistery skin that I need to cool down.
I'll give you a D10. Or, sorry, a die worth if you want.
No. She's asking if the two
Oh, okay, I
actors
get you.
can manage to find water.
Gotcha.
So
I
they're gonna
think I've got. Let me check actually.
look out
I
at
have
the
good tea water.
they look out at the dark. They kind of look at each other. They look out at the dark.
Oh fuck!
It's
We
fine.
gotta get some rest in, right?
It is
Sooner than later.
it is in fact nighttime.
Desi, before we sleep, I
Mm.
can help you with water. We have a discussion to have.
We do.
We
Okay.
do.
Is it don't jump in lava? Because I think I learned that one already.
Wasn't aware that's something you needed to discuss, but
Nope. I don't need to discuss it at all. I learned that really well. Ow.
probably should have left you with the helmet.
That might have been a good idea. Yeah. If I ever hint that I would like a piece of armor, please just hand me the piece of armor. Of course, I don't know how much good it would have done when the rest of me was in that
It was a very good
thumped
helmet.
onto hot rock, but yeah. And that little fucker. And she'll look over at Caldy.
Baldy looks all innocent.
Asshole.
What did I do?
I don't know. I think I was unconscious at the time. But I woke up and you were on the other side. So
I
and
jumped
you
down
looked
after
awfully
you,
smug
tied
about
you
it.
to a rope. They dragged you up. I leapt to the other side so you wouldn't have to when you woke up. I figure this is a win for you.
Because you couldn't do that before when I was offering to just toss you over. And you
You
were
insisted.
acting all.
You're a far better jumper than me. I don't know what happened.
I know what
I'm
happened.
72.
There was loose rock along the edge, and I happened to hit it.
Well, I got lucky.
Yeah,
Desi,
I did not. What?
I would like to discuss something with you away from camp.
Okay. That's not ominous at all. Yeah.
It's entirely likely that you'll survive.
Lucky me.
May the odds be in your favor.
Oh, is this one of those times when you're gonna need to like sap my will to live or something? Fine, let's
believe
go.
so. And it'll kind of look up and think for a minute. No, I don't think so. Not really saying no, but kind of.
Yeah, okay.
While they talk,
There,
can
these
you
two are
stand guard?
Yeah, I'll stand guard.
I don't think they're gonna be any threat. And if they are, just, I don't know, throw a rock at them.
They'll-
Probably knock them over.
They're already soundly asleep, kind of like curled up together.
I'm not sleeping because I'm still affected by the magic backlash.
Yep.
So I'm gonna make sure they don't go into any funny business. So Colby can watch out, and I'm gonna watch in.
I mean, for the quarter day, I think everyone's sleeping, right? We're evening or night.
It's nighttime actually.
Yeah, so we're all going to sleep. I just want to do a little quick social thing with.
Yep.
I'll be right.
So yeah, Desi will follow Trustius into the woods, convinced that she's about to get hurt some more.
Desi,
Mm.
we're trying to kill a god.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to kill a god. Several elves of very strong magic. Only we're able to bind.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to make some choices. Yes.
I mean, I thought we'd already made the choice to go and try this. And that we're gonna need something from a dead dragon to do that. Right now, do not remember why.
We'll need the bones of the
Oh,
dragon,
that was it.
and we'll need
Yeah,
access to the forge.
You're right.
But we'll also need the gems. Wraith is one of those gems.
Yeah, I know.
And so is the one that Ryzen holds.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need 2 more.
Okay, there's what, 3 in the ground? Desi'll sit on the... Is there grass here?
Yeah, it's a forest.
Oh, good. That's a bit cooler.
And Trustius will take the crown off his belt and kind of lay it between them. There's 2 more gems.
There's 2 we didn't find, yeah.
There's 2 in the possession of Jakuz.
Yeah, that's what somebody said.
So we need to replace them.
Why? Do we actually need 7, or do we just need whatever we've got?
The weapon that I'm going to make will need all the gems. As close as we can get.
So 5. If you're making the weapon, why don't you just make it so that it needs 5?
That's not how it works.
Okay. Magic.
You will need 7. I can supply 1.
Wait, what?
I will supply 1.
And she'll kind of pause and sit up. Don't the... I don't know a lot about elves and gems. I just know that they're people somehow. Don't you have to die for that to happen?
Yes.
Like, I'm not cool with that.
Dying temporary for my kind.
That's only slightly reassuring. how temporary is temporary? And what happens to the gem when you're alive again?
I don't think it'll matter. My concern is the other gem. We'll need something to place in the weapon.
Shouldn't these be, I don't know, people who've chosen to help us with this?
Yes.
Okay. And do we, I mean, the Raven follower back at back home, she's half elf, which I'm guessing is not enough.
The gem in our elf companion at the camp. As far as I can tell, it's untainted, unharmed. It's a vessel. We can use it.
Sorry, the actor Heldman?
Yes.
They're useless.
Our gem is not. We need 7. We have 6.
We have 5.
6 with me.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a last resort.
It is not.
Why? Okay,
I have a
say that.
plan.
That's not nearly as reassuring as you might think it is. No offense, but your plans tend to get you hurt, and I don't like that because it's my job to protect you guys. So,
It's your job to protect Coldy.
yeah, well, that's the one I get paid for. So say what, we do whatever to Heldman that needs to be done. Then we've got an angry orc who can put on a good show that he can fight, but carrying an orc captain's shield, he's not going to stand a chance. Well, I should say, no, I shouldn't bother, and she'll try to find something like a tree to knock on. There's an elf city up north, and undoubtedly other elves walking around. Why does it have to be yours?
I'm gonna take his place.
What?
Jakuz. I'm going to replace him.
With what?
Me.
With you?
It's the
that
only way. There's no way. He needs to be bound, and you need to escape.
How is that plan at all? Why does someone need to take his place?
If he could be killed, then they would have killed him. Briath and the others.
But they didn't, and I'm assuming it's because they can't.
Agreed.
So if they couldn't, what makes you think that we're going to?
Because I'm going to take his power.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to let you, all of you, leave. And then seal the island.
Seal it. How?
So we can't leave. We have to bury him here, and someone has to do it.
So you're going to somehow kill yourself so we get a gem from it. We're going to somehow know how to put your gem into whatever weapon you've already made. You're going to somehow kill Jakuz or capture him, and then you're going to seal the island off from the rest of the world and then take his place. None of that sounds like a good idea. Not a single bit of it, other than you making a weapon.
Most of that is not true. I'm going to make a weapon.
Uh-huh.
Okatai is going to kill me.
Okay.
We're going to get an elf gem, and Kaldi is going to infuse it with his soul. You're
With-
going to use it to kill the god, and I'm going to take his place.
Kaldi's infusing... Sorry. Maybe it's because I'm still feeling crispy. Maybe it's because I don't know magic from a hole in the ground. You make a weapon with the 5 gems in it?
7. That's why I named the elf.
Mm. You said that Okatai was going to wield the weapon to kill Jakuz.
No, you are. Okatai is going to kill me. I'll be the 7th gem. It's fine.
It's not fine. Even if all of that works, and I didn't even manage to follow the steps when you were explaining them, so I don't know how well that's gonna stick. How? Fuck, that hurt.
You should cough less. It's painful with burns.
Don't make me punch you in the face. You're going to take his place and seal off this island after letting us go. As though... Go where?
Wherever you choose.
That's not nearly as helpful as it maybe should be. I don't have anywhere to go. There's a village a ways that way. That's it.
He can't be killed. You can only be contained.
And
No.
you think... And you're going to contain him and take his place. Why not just contain him? And then I assume there's some kind of barrier between us and the rest of the world that only lets travel one way or something.
7 elves with far superior abilities than we have tried to contain him, and that's where we're at now. This is the place we're at.
And so the plan is to get back to this place.
No, the
Which-
plan is to put my boot on his throat and take his power and seal him for good.
Uh-huh. And then that leaves you doing what?
Preventing all these souls from going to hell. Trust me, I've seen it. It is not a place you want to be.
No, I'm guessing by the lava that it's really not my thing.
I need an elf gem, Dizzy. Whether that one or another. I'll let you sleep on it, but we'll need a 7th gem.
I think we need a 6th and a 7th. Because when that all happens and that's all done, you're not coming back, are you?
No.
Yeah, so we need a 6th and a 7th.
We just need the weapon.
No. We need 2 more gems. I can't just... If I want to stay on good terms with Brieth, I can't just walk in and slit an actor's throat while they're sleeping. And it wouldn't... I wouldn't be able to do that anyway. That's not... That's not something I'm willing to do. If you sit me in front of someone who's done something to deserve it, or someone who's actively trying to hurt one of you, fine, no problem. But I'm not... You can't ask me to. You can't. So...
Every soul on this island is destined to hell unless we kill it. And the only way to kill it is with 7 gems.
Great. Well, I can't just walk in there and kill someone that we offered our campsite to. If she picks a fight with me, or one of you, and is actually competent with her weapon, instead of just kind of good at making it look showy and convincing, maybe I might kill her accidentally. But as she is, and as I know her, kinda, no. I can't. You can't. No. It's
And
not
trust
gonna
your soul.
It's not gonna be me.
He'll get up and head back to camp. And like kind of at that, I am not doing this. He'll be just, okay.
And as you guys are having this discussion, there's like loud cracks of thunder and the rain starts.
God damn it. Fuck! Desi'll get up gingerly and walk back to the campsite, trying not to stand directly under any trees.
Okay.
But she doesn't mind getting wet. She just doesn't need to get hit by lightning. And she's had a really shitty day so far.
The rest of the night passes uneventfully. Okata, you take a point of damage to your wits from being sleepy. Everybody else can hit the rest button.
Except me.
Oh, rest button.
Desi is going to position herself between Trustius and our guests.
You do that a bunch.
Uh-huh. I do.
The night passes uneventfully. When you get up in the morning, it is pissing down rain.
Desi's gonna go and stand in it. Oh, cool water.
That's good because we need somebody to keep watch while I sleep because I'm down a bunch too.
Uh-huh.
Well, you could have slept during the night because Okatai has to stay up.
Oh, but we kept me up anyway.
Good night, Risen.
Good night.
But in the morning, your two guests they are early risers. They're already basically making themselves useful around the camp, kind of tidying things up, putting away things, getting things out of the rain. They don't seem to complain at all, and they're actually kind of like whistling jaunty tunes and kind of joking amongst themselves, even as they're mucking about in the rain. They're like, "Oh, I wonder if we could somehow manage a storm for our climatic fight. That would certainly be worth some coin to people." It's like, oh. And they're like discussing like how they could possibly make like the sound effects and like just to carry on business as usual despite the pouring down rain. They are literally just like happy to be here. They are
From what I could saw, they didn't do anything sketchy.
Nothing sketchy during the night at all.
Okay.
And it really depends on your view of morning people as to whether they're sketchy in the morning.
Oh, they're sketchy. They're morning people.
There.
I mean, technically they're late bloomer for me because I didn't sleep, so they're staying up very late. But
But yeah, they are very
Gotta charge
definitely.
them talking tax. They're up too early.
Yeah, they've sheltered the fire from the rain, and they've got like some hot water going in case anybody feels the need to wash up, and all of the things. They like greet everybody with like a very cheery good morning.
Oh, they're nice. Shame we
Glad
had to
to-
kill them.
Baldy's off to bed.
while Caldy's sleep, Risen, do you mind if we try to cook as much of the meat of the dragon we can?
That's fine.
Maybe Hanton can give you a hand so we cook more of it.
Absolutely, of course.
Sure.
And
Desi is-
I'll give you the paths for the scene so you can go perform at our village.
That would be amazing.
I would probably cheer our people up.
Well, I mean, what have they got to be down about?
Oh, just you need some entertainment across working on the field and building stuff.
I suppose.
Just something to change your mind.
Well, change of pace is important. But I mean, generally speaking, the sun is shining, and you get up in the morning, you put your feet on the ground. It is a lovely day to be alive. And as she says that, there's like a tremendous like crack of thunder. It starts to rain even slightly harder.
Just not a good day to walk for now, so we'll try to see if the rain passes before we get on the road.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Desi's going to try to inconspicuously keep herself between Trustius and the elf.
I'm gonna try to set up to get some rain so we can fill water with rain.
Sure. Make a survival roll for that.
It's fair. And I had 1 wits damage. Yeah, I'm gonna push that.
Oh, there you go. So everybody can fill their water up to a D12.
Yay.
And everybody can roll for their food, but not the water. Or you can choose to eat some of the wyvern meat or the drake meat.
I'll
I
take
will
Drake
have
meat.
some
I'll eat drake meat.
for breakfast.
I mean, we have more than we can possibly.
Might as well eat it, right?
Yeah, might as well eat it. So if we eat the meat, we don't have to do a food check, and we've got water regardless to keep us at a D12.
Exactly.
Okay.
And Ryzen, as you're cooking it, between you and
There's something I want to do while I'm cooking.
sure.
I want to do an insight or something because I don't trust this sweet, happy naiveness bullshit from this. This island should not be allowing this. It's like the happy baker. You got to have some dark secret, like animated cookies or something. There's something not right here. I don't believe there's this kind of naivety of happiness on this damn island.
Yeah, absolutely. You can make an insight roll.
That's awesome.
It's legit. They do not seem to be bothered by anything. And as a matter of fact, they have kind of like almost like a Zen-like approach to thing. Like the rain, they're just like, oh, the rain, but the rain will stop and then the sun will come out. No sense complaining about it. There's literally nothing that we can do about it. So
I'm gonna shut up about that.
So kind of like a pip pip up and at 'em sort of attitude.
Somebody throw a shoe at them.
But with your 2 successes on insight, you're actually fairly certain that if you spent some time with them, you might be able to learn at least a little bit of this attitude. Basically, they can teach the fearless talent.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
I don't think we have that talent.
Nope, we don't.
That gives you a bonus against some kind of manipulation, doesn't it, or something?
It lets you roll insight as armor against fear attacks. And then the second rank allows you to put the damage to your empathy instead of wits. Because fear attacks normally damage your wits, and if your wits get broken, you roll on the horror table and could die. Empathy does not have a critical table, so you can choose to have the damage go to your empathy, and rank 3, you are completely immune to fear attacks.
What?
Have we had that issue so far in this campaign?
No,
Yeah.
but we haven't gone up against Jakuz yet.
The witch did that to us.
Yeah, you've run into a few things with fear attacks, but not many. But yeah, they are just generally just upbeat and pleasant people. Which is not so weird for an elf, but very weird for an orc.
Shame if something happened to them.
Fuck off.
Right. But yes, and as he's helping Ryzen cook, and you finally decide, this meat is tough enough. It's going to need some sort of like a long, slow cooking process sort of thing. He's more than happy to share some of his road tales, some of his stories, some of the performances they've put on.
I'm more than willing to learn. Just that the next time I can actually learn the skills, I need to sleep first, so it's a few days away.
But yes, they are. Ryzen, you can tell that they are actually very, very skilled performers. You don't know how they survived on their own for this long. Because they don't seem to have a whole lot of real world experience. But they are more than happy to help out and to help cook, and you can roll 2d6 for how much of the meat you can turn into food. Nice. So that's 8 dice worth of Drake jerky that can be passed around.
Well, I'm at a D10, I think, so I'll take 1 to get to D12.
I'm at D10 as well.
Take one.
Same, I think.
I'm at 8, so I could take 2 if there's 2.
Yeah, there should be 2 left. Yeah, I'll go from a D10 to a D12.
So we have 4 left. We can give some to our friends.
So, are you giving me one? Do you count me? Or...
Yep.
Awesome.
Everybody's topped up, and we have a bit left over.
Thank you. And so what are Okatai, Trustius, and Desi doing during the morning?
Desi's
I'm
keeping
probably
herself.
gonna Sorry.
Desi's keeping herself between Trustius and the elf. And trying to be as not obvious as she can. But every now and then she's gonna kind of, if Trustius makes even the slightest step toward that elf, she's gonna shoot him a look. And just gotta step into place. That's it. Other than that, she doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. Other than standing in the rain and trying to, soothe some of the skin that still hurts.
Keep a watch.
Yeah, keeping watch against Trustius.
I'm gonna take some time to swap story with them. I'm interested in learning the fearless talent, but I can also try to teach them at the same time a bit of survival. Since they seems to be surprising that they survive up to now.
Yeah, I mean, half the reason why they just wander is because they're really good at leading the way. Or they're really bad at leading the way, so...
I was just gonna say, they're really good at getting lost.
Really good at getting lost. Alright.
So I'm gonna try to do a little swap of knowledge.
Okay, excellent. And what was Trustius doing?
Well, since you can't kill an elf, he's gonna have to eat a forest.
That never goes poorly.
Never once, never ever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Christus is just following his mom's teaching. Like, just eat your vegetable. You'll be strong.
Alright. So Trustius can give me a magic roll.
Can't say cast it. Living animal, don't have one of those. Oh god, cast it spells is terrible.
I mean, so far you guys have been rolling great all night, so...
Thanks for jinxing us.
Oh yeah, been rolling terrific. No trouble at all.
Well, Cully had some problems.
He's very vexed that he can't eat an elf, so he's gonna eat a forest.
Alright. Perfect. And by the time lunchtime rolls around and you guys, finish off what remains of the drake meat, your two companions will kind of shoulder their packs and they'll look at Okatai. They're like, "This way, you said, right?"
Yep. And try to keep the sun on that side. Walk straight up. You'll hit the marsh, and then you'll get to the village.
Oh, perfect. Thank you ever so much. It was a pleasure.
And If you see a village with corpse hanging around, you wander toward Ait. It's like go back a bit south and stay away from that village.
Got it.
Yeah, it's bad.
Thank you. We will give that place a wide berth. It doesn't sound like they would be appreciative anyway.
You don't seem to be good patron of the art from our last experience.
But we will we'll make our way to your village. Perhaps we'll see you again sometime.
Stay safe.
Hope so.
You as well. And they set off into the woods, and they're not gone more than 5 minutes before you hear them like, no, it was this way.
Oh, good God.
And then we hear the screams. Wait, what?
As for you guys, what are you doing in the afternoon? Caldy wakes up, you can hit your rest button.
Yay!
Are we starting to make our way up to the Dragon Den?
We do
Or
have
do we
a
need-
dragon to kill.
Yes, it's that or we make more preparation. But I think we should start moving.
Well,
Agreed.
it sounds like
So you're heading like northeast towards Hythe or northwest?
I was thinking northwest.
Perfect. All right. So I will need a lead the way roll and a scouting roll.
We certainly
Right.
want to get a new hex.
It'd be nice.
My lead the way roll right now is 4 dice because I have 1 wits left. Because Okatai is tired and a bit out of his mind.
I'll lead the way, I guess.
And I guess I'll scout.
I'll help with the lead the way. This way. Okatai, your turn around. Oh.
So you were giving them lessons and directions, huh?
Shut up, Okatai. I
Yep.
know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So as you start making your way, a little bit slow at first because Okatai's sense of direction is all confused, and finally Trust is like, "No, fuck it, this way." And once you guys are underway, you start making some decent time. Caldy kind of keeping your eyes open, keeping your ears open. And after a couple hours of travel, you hear a very guttural voice, and can see something large moving through the forest.
Yeesh.
Was that giant throwing pigs again?
It looks like, Caldy, as you kind of get eyes on it, it looks like it's an ogre. And he's basically like dragging this human. He's basically got the human, ogre-sized hand wrapped around his ankle, and he's just dragging him behind him. So,
Is the human alive?
he's definitely twitching. And you hear the ogre's like talking like, "Stupid human, this'll teach you to curse me." Humans and their magic. I'll find something to do with you. Find a way to make you remove the curse.
All right.
You guys should say something to that guy
Yeah,
before
I
I
can
see
mention this to
something
the-
stupid.
I'm gonna mention this to Okatai because Okatai seems to be like the best conflict resolver of the team. And I don't know which time to help.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure who to help here. Maybe the ogre was cursed by the wizard. Maybe
Let's go check if the
All
ogre's
right.
cursed. Hello there, Mr. Ogre.
What?
Sorry to be a bother, but my friend told me that some bad fate has befallen you? That puny man did something to you?
Stupid sorcerer cursed me.
What did he do to you?
Cast a curse on me.
Yeah, but if you want a curse removed, it needs like a bit more than just a curse. Like, are you like having warts at place you don't have warts usually, or just like bleeding from your pores, like sweating bloods or something?
No.
What did the fellow do? What did he say? What did he do?
Trusty is just nodding. I can do that. I can do that.
So the ogre just he kind of like he takes the human that he's been dragging, who's like very unconscious, and he basically just hangs him upside down by his ankle in like the crook of a tree limb. It's like, watch. And he starts to like kind of beat on the tree, like it's a drum, but it's erratic, and like there's no sense of rhythm. It's like, it's the best drummer in my people.
Ah. And you lost your rhythm. Huh. That sounds bad.
Have you tried throwing a guard out of your castle? Or
What?
to retrieve your rhythm? Emperor's New Groove.
What?
It's a whole thing.
It's been a long time since I've seen the Emperor's New Groove.
Sorry.
I
don't
don't.
think I ever have.
Long time.
I'm sorry. You've thrown off the Emperor's Groove.
I don't think I've
Throw
seen
that
that.
away.
I don't think I've seen that since it came out.
Yeah, because it was the Lion King that the kids wore out repeatedly.
But I heard that if you kill the sorcerer, then the curse gets broken. But I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So
Yeah, usually.
haven't killed him yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna help though. Do you mind if I come and check your hands? Because he might have infected you with something. Might be a disease or poison.
The ogre kind of like takes a step back, like not sick.
Did your hand shake? Do you have trouble with your balance? You walking up straight?
No, not a baby.
So, he hasn't broken all of your movement, just the rhythm.
Can't drum.
Rhythm, can you give me a beat for the big ogre man?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yeah, he's lost his rhythm. I think he needs something to jolt him back on.
Okay, I'll start doing like a beatbox kind of thing.
Oh, good
Try to
God.
follow the music of Mr. Risen.
What a great episode this is.
Right now, Okabai is
what
blasted out of his
happening.
mind. He has one wit's left. He's just
And I do the Desi therapeutic butt wiggle thing.
Oh, Christ, not that again.
What is it?
Desi's just kind of watching, leaning against the tree, like, what the fuck is going on?
I tried my best to save that man's life, but I'm blown out of my mind. Just out of wit's left, so I'm just going about it.
Can I use any of my spells here to detect if a curse was there? I got like sense magic. I think that's the only one relevant.
You can try sense magic. And in the meantime, Ryzen can give me a performance roll.
The human is still hanging upside down by one ankle, right?
He is, and if you look, like when the ogre's not paying attention to him, he kind of opens his eyes and he kind of mouths the words "Help me."
Yeah, Desi's gonna walk over.
All right. Walk me through this. This willpower thing, it's got 6 possible because I have 6 willpower. Am I supposed to, if I want to cast it with, how do I cast this? I got no psychic power, no ingredient, no chance casting. So what do I leave? Do I leave them all filled in for willpower?
One sec.
Oh, I see what's going on now when I change it.
Yep. So right click the number of willpower that you want to put into it.
So if I spend 1 willpower, what's the consequences?
Well, if that one comes up a 6, it's overpowered, and if it comes up as a 1, you mishap.
Oh, okay.
The power level really only matters.
1 is fine.
Yeah, the power level only matters if the magic is obscured.
Okay.
No, there does not seem to be any magic in effect.
All right.
So he's just a shitty drummer.
Right. But yeah, as Ryzen starts, you can see like the ogre starts nodding his head, and he's nodding his head in rhythm. And then he lets out this ungodly, thunderous, howling, singing cacophony, which is still oddly on rhythm. But then when he tries to basically drum out the beat, yeah, he's got no rhythm.
It turns out he's a white ogre. He
now.
ain't got no rhythm.
Not bad. Not bad.
Maybe he's just trying not to attract the worm. Desi's going to walk over to the tree and kind of lean down so that she's closer to being face to face with the human.
Don't walk in rhythm, or you might attract the worm.
Exactly. Hey, buddy. You're in trouble.
Uh-huh.
Did you curse the sky?
No, I'm just a woodsman.
Do you know what happened to him?
I don't know. I found him in the woods. I don't know. Can you call it practicing if you're bad at something?
What?
He was like pounding on a log. Badly. And then I must have made a noise and he caught me, and the next thing I know, angry ogre grabs me, slams me into a tree.
Okay.
And again he starts singing again.
While he owls, I'm gonna turn to Caldy, try to tell him like sweetly, he needs a miracle cure. Sure, you got something for him. And wink at Caldy.
Oh, yes. All right. Caldy will go in his snake oil salesman pose, pull out a vial of pristine water, and go on a spiel on how this is a curse remover. And it can and he can have it for a favor, a trade. And I'll go on the speech, and I can't do it right now because I'm tired, and don't have the talent. But the whole it cures this, it cures that, it does this. It's been banned by doctors all over the states in 3 countries because it's taking all their money away and the whole bit.
You can give me a manipulation roll. resisted by my insight.
I'm going to push.
Oof.
Oof. And I collapse. I just collapse.
Shut up, Goblin.
What the heck did you do?
It's not a night for pushing.
I killed 4 empathy in a roll.
Talk yourself to one
That
point.
ogre farted.
What were you trying to do again?
I was trying to talk him into trading the I talk him into that. I give him this potion that cures all curses in exchange for the woodsman. And well, the entertainment continues as
Wow.
I knock myself out, probably by trying to dance and swing too hard. Smash my head, and down I go. Probably smash the potion too.
Hope he didn't break a hip.
Oh, you just convinced him so hard that he convinced it himself? I was like, wow, I kind of need to keep it because I might get cursed. I need to keep it.
So as Caldy's trying to do this pitch, this ogre he is quite enthralled by Ryzen's performance and his singing. Is actually on beat with Ryzen's performance, and when Caldy starts, the ogre just like looks at him, gets down in his face, and says like, "Boo," and like just Caldy's like, "That's it, I'm out."
And that's it. He's out.
Yeah, but the ogre does seem quite taken with Ryzen's performance. He's like, "You teach me."
Teach you what?
And again, he'll try to do like the beatboxing that Ryzen was doing. Not well. Teach me that.
What do I get?
I'll not rip your arms off.
No, seriously, what do I get? You don't scare me.
What about you let us keep that fellow you got over there? We might have some work for him to do.
I'll give you the powerful sorcerer that cursed me.
Sure. I mean, we're gonna take him anyway, but
Fine. Hey, what else have you got? You got any money?
Money?
Yeah, money.
And he'll like reach under his loincloth. And
ew.
and pull out and I'm going to regret saying this, but pulls out a sack.
I am not touching warm coins. Just saying it now.
And he'll toss it to Ryzen.
Okay, I open it up. I jingle the ogre's sack and then I open it up and have a look.
Oh, we're gonna lay it into this. Okay.
Yep.
We got you.
There is.
This is when the show gets a little
Imagine how
blue.
much story you can milk out of this.
So there's like a bunch of copper pieces, probably the equivalent of like 5 or 6 silver.
Okay, good enough.
And he'll take the sorcerer down, and he's still holding the guy like by his ankle, and he just kind of like holds him out to Ryzen.
It seems like a fair trade. Can I have that one?
The ogre will look over at Ryzen with this, like,
Yeah, that's fine. He's my friend.
okay. So yeah, so he'll like again by the ankle just hand the guy over to Trustius.
Thank you. Kind of drags him off into the woods. Get some
Desi
distance.
watches him. Doesn't move, but just kind of watches.
Because he's gonna go over him. You'll probably need to get his ankle fixed before we let him go.
But yes, the ogre is a surprisingly musical in his ogreish way. And as long as you actually take some time to teach him, he will not become violent.
Yeah, I'll teach him.
And yeah, and
Risen need to sleep.
and Ryzen actually, like I said, he is very musical. But what everybody hears is like, as this training's going on, and he starts again with the singing, yowling, singing type of thing. Way off in the distance, you hear more voices kind of join in, and they actually kind of harmonize.
Is that like a wolf's howl or a haka?
It's probably more similar to something like a haka, but it's definitely like indicates that there's other ogres out there someplace. But this musical thing seems to actually be like a cultural thing and not just him.
Gotcha. That's cool.
But yeah, it's almost like if you crossed like a haka and death metal and throat singing.
And some Celine Dion.
Yeah.
You got it.
No, Jesus, no. That's where I draw the line.
But yes, he seems quite happy with this this kind of beatboxing style that Ryzen teaches him, because it's something new that he can bring to his people.
Desi's just going to stand over Kaldi watching as this goes on. Just kind of like the last 2 days have been just fucking weird. What
He's
the
twitching on
actual...
the ground, foaming at the mouth.
At some point, Okatai is probably going to scream with the ogre, try to harmonize with him.
No, nobody cares that Goldie's unconscious.
He'll be fine. He's breathing.
It's just Goldie.
She'll just kind of like look down every now and then to make sure he's still breathing. He's
I think
turned
he
over
needs-
kind of half on his stomach. He's not going to choke on anything.
He needs to sleep. Maybe we could get his sleeping fur out. Let's tuck him in.
Perfect. So while all this is happening, Trustius, you take the guy off, and he's conscious. He's badly injured. It's like, oh, thank God.
The ogre called you a sorcerer.
No, I'm a woodsman.
Claimed you cursed him.
He's just a really bad drummer.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm no sorcerer. I know better than to deal with dark powers.
Why?
Well, I like things that I know. I like things that I can see, things that I can touch, things that I can feel, things that I can taste. Magic is none of those things.
To you.
To me. And if you happen to be one of those sorcerers or one of those nature people, I've got no particular beef with you.
Where are you from?
I'm from a place called the Hollows.
I don't think I've heard of it.
A couple days that away. He kind of points up to the northwest.
All right.
Oh, I'm so glad that
You're
not
safe.
dead.
We'll make sure you're fed and watered.
Once I get a chance to catch my breath, I can fend for myself in the woods. That's not a problem at all. I appreciate you getting me out of there.
I'd prefer you stay with us for a moment. We're interested in your place, where you came from.
Sure. Yeah.
But if he doesn't seem like a sorcerer, Trestius gives 0 shits.
I mean, Okatai is gonna try to help a bit with the socializing, because if there's more ogre around here, maybe if he knows the scream, he can avoid some problem down the line. But once this is behind us, I'll go check on the wounded.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, learning. I mean, the ogre screaming, howling, singing thing is not super difficult to get down. It's the tone of their voice that is nearly impossible to replicate. You are not big enough to manifest those sounds.
That's fair.
But yeah, as we kind of will end this this particular session with the camera kind of panning on this somewhat happy looking ogre, singing along and taking Ryzen's lessons to heart in a weirdly jubilant mood. And I think we'll end it there.
That was a very entertaining session.
I don't even know how that happened.
They like
That just kind of swung from one extreme to another.
That was certainly some nice lighthearted after the drama earlier of, oh my gosh,
After
we're
the
having
insane
Desi
first
and
hour. Holy fuck.
All of
Our-
the damage you
our
took
one was
was
not good.
environmental.
Hour 1 was terrifying.
I think it's apt that Caldy is unconscious at the end of the session. From nothing.
I got a plan.
I mean, Colby got unconscious on a sales pitch.
I know. He's making all these athletic moves all session.
And he just
Making every
popped a
scouting
vein.
roll.
Can we give it an XP for knocking himself out trying to talk to an ogre?
If you like, sure.
Jump across the
I
left
mean,
fold,
I'm
no
good, man.
problem. Sales pitch, it knocks himself out. The
Right.
fuck?
So XP, participate in the game session, yes. Travel through at least one hex, yes. New adventure site, no. Defeat one or more monsters. The lava was not a monster.
Was the ogre a monster?
The ogre is not a monster either.
Huh.
I mean, that lava was a monster.
Yes. The real lava was
Not
a
for
monster we
XP,
met along
but
the way.
Foundry was
just
the
like-
monster.
If Foundry was definitely the monster, my dice were monstrous. Yes.
Find a treasure, no. Build a function, no. Activate pride, surprisingly no. Suffer from dark secret, no. Risk your life for another PC.
We talked all the way around Desi's Dark Secret.
I tried. I'm getting there. I'm trying to figure it out.
Like, we literally talked all the way around it.
Yep. The downside is the XP is for suffering from your dark secret.
I mean, she's certainly not
Figuring
happy,
it out.
but yeah.
Like if she'd actually gone through and punched Trustius in the face, I could probably see that. Because then you would suffer because the other people in the party would be like, oh, what's going on, and so on and so forth. Risk your life? No. Extraordinary actions.
Extraordinarily bad dice rolls.
Colby got killed by a
Desi's dice-
sales pitch. Desi got killed by jumping over lava. So
Desi's dice don't usually do me wrong like that. I mean, Desi's
That was
usually
impressive.
the one character that is, I'm fairly confident that my dice won't fuck me. And not tonight. Tonight,
was
apparently, those dice were on
impressive.
vacation.
that was actually impressive.
Impressively
The
bad.
bad roll from you, from Tristius, from Colby tonight, I just stunned.
Epic rolls, yes. It's a night to remember.
So bad.
So no, I don't think any superstars actions happened today.
Yeah, nothing great. Nothing great today.
Story beats, but nothing
yeah.
more.
So it sounds like 2 XP.
Yeah.
That brings
Yeah,
me
that's enough for melee 2 for me, so I can't complain.
Excellent. Perfect. And then we will see everybody next week.
All right, have a good one.
Okay.
Take care,
Thanks so
everybody.
much, Chris.
Yeah. Have a
Thank
good
you
night,
for the
guys.
excellent roleplay tonight. That was terrific.
Yes, that was a great night.
Oh,
Even if our greatest enemy were our dice and ourselves.
such terrible fucking dice rolls. Holy shit.
But
Oh, it was impressive.
so much
Like-
willpower.
Man, I already had 9